Good evening, Daniel. Welcome to tonight's show, buddy. I work on my paper model, Sb2U Vindicator. Well, sir, Bruce. Welcome to tonight's show, buddy. Good to see you on here. Almost blocks right there. We're having difficulty getting those things sent out to you. I just, the post office, it's about 15 miles away, and I'm trying to get my son-in-law to get them out for me, and he has done nothing for me yet. So like I say, I'm about as helpless as a child right now. I got no funds or nothing. I'm in this room, and the only thing is maintaining my mental health is you and Mr. Daniel Britton and the rest of our subscribers and my models. And I got my Queen Elizabeth over here. I haven't done nothing on it for a while. It's just sitting over here. We'll resume back on it. I use pastels, chalks on my deck. Focusing a little closer here with this camera here. Oh, well, focus there. There we go. This is a pretty good kit. It really is. I use pastels. It took me about 2 days to do that. A very good kit. Thank you, Trumpeter. Thank you very much. And those who are watching and those who tuned in, we got Mr. Daniel Britton, all the way from upstate Maine. We got Mr. Bruce Kier, the Mystic Modeler from the garage, all the way from Edgefield, Florida. And Lancaster. I can be able to finish this now because I got all my lacquers and everything. A special shout out to Mr. Daniel Britton of upstate Maine. Thank you, Daniel. God bless you, sir. God bless you. I'm going to build this in your honor. Get the fuselage out. Let's kind of take you out of the fuselage a little bit. Man, this is wonderful. I'm going to have fun building this thing. And yeah. Man, what a treat. Boy, sure love the Mitchell. The Mitchell is a beautiful airplane for her day. Wonderful, Daniel. Thank you, sir. God bless your heart. Made old Frankie day happy and another day worth living for. Okay, guys, before your eyes, in the beautiful pre-war colors of 1940 and 1939, early as 1938. Is the card model, 133 scale, chance spot, Sb2U, Vindicator. Now, anybody wants to get in depth and really good research live, take it from this era. Watch the movie with Ralph Bellamy, Fred McMurray, and Aeroplan called Dive Bomber, 1940. You'll see Helldivers in there, Sb2Us in there, Brewster Buffaloes in there, and PB2I Coronados you'll find in there. Old Beach, Lockheed Electras, and what else? F4Bs, TVDs, all that good stuff. Good movie, a lot of good stuff on there. Yep. I bet you Cleveland looks pretty good, Bruce, with that wood deck on there. I just go ahead and do my own, and I wasn't going to get a wood deck for that thing, but I don't know, I just changed my mind, I guess, because, like I say, a lack of funds and stuff, and might as well make it work with my talents, what I got. Not talents, just my skills. And, yeah. Lowered the flats. Wings pretty true, too. I had no idea these things had folding wings, but they did. Yeah, I'm going to get the fillets on there. So working on the cowling. Yeah, it's been sitting around a long time, so I decided to finish it up. Been on this thing pretty much all day today. Okay, got 4 watching and 4 thumbs up. Alrighty. Oh boy, I gotta take my blood pressure pill. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to get started on this bad boy. Boy, it's raining all day today. Rained like crazy last night, I'll tell you that. Here we go. Oh, I dropped everything again. Oh boy. Wonderful. Oh, wonderful. Play on there. It's kind of difficult, but I got it on there. Card, just get to play with it. Always burnish all the time. Smooths out the joints, everything. Can you see how it's put together? That's wonderful. It's like Vindicater to me. Let's think about it. The old Windicater. Got a flaps down for landing. Yeah. 133 scale. Pretty straight. That's good. I like that. Ah, one more way to go. All right, check the chat, boys. See what's going on. Oh, okay. Mr. Mild on here. We got NDCV. He's with us. We got ham radio operator. He's with us. Welcome aboard, buddy. Ham operator. This is a Navy Chance Vought Sb2U Vindicator. Carrier-based dive bomber or observation plane. This is a paper model. Made from this company right here. Give you two options. You got one for Lexington and one for the Saratoga. Two different liveries on here. This publication is, it cost me $3. See, $3 can get you compared to something you pay 50 to $100 for or something like this. That's why a lot of people go into card models because of expensive plastic nowadays. We priced ourselves out of plastic, you know. The whole world's pricing themselves out of everything because of constant spending, you know. Like President Roosevelt, you said back in FDR used to say back in 1933, buy it till it hurts. Oh boy, that's good. Love drinking water. Oh yeah, thank you, Daniel. Daniel says, I'm glad you got it. Have 3 148 scale B25s and 13 172nd scale B25s as I can still get my fill of Mitchell numbers. Oh, good. Daniel Britton says, I got my roll of foil tape today. I'm going to apply it to an F-104 Starfighter, and a good choice with pre-war and a pre-war Dauntless. Excellent, Daniel. And you'll find out as you when you lay that cake down, sir. Let me turn this camera around. I'm all over the place. Boy, here it is. What am I doing here? Yeah, here I am. Yeah, when you use this V25 over here, fuselage, or a sample, you'll see panel lines on there. Once you find an area where you're going to lay your tin foil down, brush it with your finger, and you'll see those panel lines pop out. Once you achieve that, you take your tape and cut it down, follow the panel line till where it stops at. Move the surplus and start over again. Over again, over again, over again. Now, here's the tricky part. When you got oval-shaped areas, there's two ways of doing it, but the right way of doing it to save yourself a lot of tape is you got to cut cones out. Got to cut a cone out like this, up like this. Lay it, it'll follow the curvature. Then you can trim it off. My dad almost bought one of these V25s one time. He had a buddy of his that he knew in the Navy. He was an Airedale. He was a pilot. And one day, he got me up in the morning, about 4 o'clock in the morning. And my dad said to me, I'll make some breakfast right now. And we're going to go to Kingdom, Arizona. We're going to go down to the boneyard. Take the airplanes. So my dad said, you know who this guy is, don't you? Oh, yeah. Always call him Uncle Craner. He was Bob Crane. He was a pilot, a dive bomber pilot. He was hell divers and also Dauntless SVDs. Anyway, he got up in the morning, went down to Kingdom, Arizona. He had everything out there. B-25s, Bel Air Cobras, B-17s, B-26s, everything. Uncle Craner bought one of these Mitchells one time. I think he paid about $1,500 for the whole airplane, plus 4 engines. 4 engines came with it. And the plane was actually ready to fly off the field. So what he did, he flew the airplane off the field, and when he flew up the field, he went ahead and got a truck and picked up the engines after that. So he added to it. That's I seen Uncle Craner. But my dad almost got one of these things for about $1,000, almost $4,000. And it was all intact too. Man, I wish he would have bought one. My dad would have bought one of these things. I'll tell you one thing. I make a nice looking house. V-25 is not too small, not too big. I know one thing, it's the loudest airplane that the Air Force has ever had in a piston powered range. Very loud. A lot of B-25 pilots back in the war were stoned to death because of these things. Because you're right next to those engines. You get these Wright Cyclone 1,200 horsepower motors, you know, and they make a lot of noise. I know. They're loud. So that's how you do it, Daniel. Just follow the Yellow Brick Road, buddy. Just follow those panels. Lay down your tape. You see a panel line right there where it goes. You got to see how far it goes, where it stops at. Take your knife. Just cut out the, like I told you before. Go ahead and cut it. Like an example. Okay, panel line goes here and up here. So what you got to do is do both sides at a time. Take your tape, come over this way. If you got extra laying on, don't worry about it because you're going to remove it anyway. Use your finger, you burnish it a little bit, you'll see the panel lines pop out. Once they do, take your knife and follow the panel line. Trace the panel lines with your number 11 blade. When you get done, pull out the extra tape, and guess what? Get the beginnings of the panel. So like I did, where's that weenie wagon at? Where the hell is that damn weenie wagon? Oh, it's over there coming to victory. I'll get a weenie wagon out. One thing, it's cold. Because it's made out of metal, that's why. Just like I did on a weenie wagon. See how different tones, how they all show up, the metals, how different they are? Just like a real one. Can't go wrong, guys, with this bare metal foil. Just follow the panel lines. Since this is a vacuum form kit, with no panel lines in the same, I went ahead and followed the plans. I went from there and cut them out as I went along. Now I'm out of tape now. I want to finish this up, try to get home. My son-in-law give me more tape. It may take me another few more months for him to even remember to bring it to me. You know, like I say, guys, I'm about right now, when it comes to my independence, going out and doing things like I used to do before, I'm about as helpless as a child right now. And Frankie didn't like to go there. I really don't, guys. I truly don't. I'm 80 years old, I'm mobile and able-bodied. I can pick up 90 pounds easy. People say, 90 pounds? What do you pick up for 90 pounds? Well, I got my pedal steel guitar over there. I'm always picking it up, working on it, and playing it and everything else. And I can carry 2 or 3 center blocks over there, too. I carried them over there. I was making help my son-in-law lay a furniture on top of that thing, maybe use a center block. I do push-ups every day. So I'm pretty physically strong. And no nursing home for this boy. That's one place you won't find Frankie Day at, is a nursing home. So like I say, Daniel, when you lay down your paddle line, just follow the way I take to follow your paddle line. You can't go wrong, brother. You can't go wrong. Like about just like this thing here. I like this old Cargo Master. If you look and plain. Yes, sir. Oh, yeah. I do too. Just like my beautiful V24 above me. And my Cornell was back there hanging on there somewhere back there. Just like my PB2i over here. Hanging up. And my 1968 B25. Doolittle Raiders. Jim Doolittle was a B25. I got another one too. I'm probably going to finish up on, fellas. I'm going to give it right now. What's on my mind? Yeah. Back in a couple seconds. Let that delay dry. I may just work on that tonight. Get that thing done. I'm below the map, guys. Trying to finish up all the stuff I got here. What's that? Oh, that's over here. Oh, yeah. What's this? Yeah. It's my Beechcraft here. That's old foil. My something to take care of this right here. I'll put my oil. I can make one. Where's my rag at? Oh, it's over here. This little rubber duck here comes out really nice. C45 Expediter. See, around those nacelles, you got to just make little cones and stuff shaped on it. Now this is a Beechcraft. This is a Beechcraft 18, D18 Beechcraft. And it looks like an Electra. It does. It has little similarities to it. But it's got twin tails like how you like it and everything. I had this for a long time. Took me about 2 days to foil this thing. It's pretty complaint. Dust too. Like I say, don't think just rub it a little bit. Never comes off either. You hammer all you want to. Never comes off. Got the canopy, it's that runny right there. Canopy. And got the wheels, propellers, exhaust. Yeah. I finish it up probably. Navy call it Johnny Bowles, JB1, JB2. They're painted like overall white with orange on them. There's a lot of commercial civilian colors for them too, but this is the military variant of the C45 provider. This makes a good subject to cover in natural metal if you wish. Yeah. Let's see here, screws here to use. Yeah. All right, you listen. Be back a couple minutes, fellas. Pardon my back. Oh boy. Here. Thanks, Daniel. Beautiful. So you're on the job. Okay, I follow you. Yeah. And I'll tell you, Daniel, thank you very much for that B-25, buddy. You know, I was almost in tears not seeing that thing come in. Oh, my God. You guys have been very kind to me. Frankie had it bad for the past 6 years, you know, and it was about the roughest 6, 7 years of my life I went through. I imagine we all go through it, though, you know. It's just my turn. Now I'm home with my family now, and the only thing I miss out of everything, fellas, is my independence. I've been on my own since I was 16 years old. You know, I had a wife and a kid when I was 16 years old. Very young. I grew up too fast. My dad grew me up too quick. And so I've been on my own. Now I'm living with my daughter. I'm grateful for that, you know. Because I sure wouldn't have hit the streets. I'd get on that hell dive tomorrow. Finished up. I'm thinking about Sunday. We'll work on that. I'll kill two birds with one stone. I'm going to finish up the B-24 tomorrow. And Sunday we'll finish up we'll start painting the Lancaster here, right over here, my Lank. My Tamia Lank. I love these Lancasters. You put the plane. Even 148 scale, this thing is big, you know. Roy Chadwick did an excellent job designing this airplane. He sure did. This thing's awful tight too. I restitched the hell out of that paper when I put the wings on today. I'll warp that wing straight. Should have a little dehedro though, but I guess I wasn't watching myself. That's the Vindicator. Lower the flaps, get down the carriage on there. Yeah, it's a good movie called Dive Bomber. It has Earl Flynn in it and Rod Bellamy, Bess McMurray, all those old-fashioned actors they had. Straight, straight. That's how I want it. Where the hell's my pipe at? Oh, it's over here. Boy, it rained all day today. Time I shut down last night's video, went to bed. Man, that rain was raindrops on top of the real building here. Bang, 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 bang. It was really coming down. Woo-hoo! Iron hole. Yeah, one thing was certain, it's pretty cozy inside this little room here, you know. I get lonely once in a while here, though, but not too long, I don't. I'm starting to get used to my new lifestyle right now. Just it's really hard to change things. Here's a tip my dad gave me, too. I've got to show you guys this, too. I'm always looking around finding stuff you guys haven't seen yet. And I just now found it myself. I've had about 60 years. The free flight 049 jobs, Koenigsegg Coupe, which is a model coupe D48. This company is no longer existent anymore. They closed down about 40, 50 years ago. My father and I were going to build this together. And call schoolyard scale, 3 channels, 049, free flight. Good kid. Yes, sir. That's good. Yeah. Just lay right with it or wrap it around. Oh boy. Let's see. Yep. Okay, I'm gonna cut this thing off here. That's right side, starboard side. Got a big old tree frog out here. Okay, here. Yeah. Yeah, 7 watching, 9 thumbs up. Oh boy. you go. Try. That's perfect. Constant touching up all the time. Constant touching up. Oh, Chato, how you doing, buddy? Welcome aboard, buddy. We got Litho all the way from Queensland and all over the world. There you go, buddy. This publication here, the old Vindicator, Douglas Windicator. Dive Bomber, that movie, 1940. That was a good movie. I watched that today. Man, that thing is it was a good flick. I really enjoyed watching that movie. I got a 1/72 kilo to this by who makes that damn thing? Can't believe that. I think Rodin didn't make that. Think hard. Yes, it was. It was Rodin. That was a good kit. I covered it with tape. Yeah, pretty good. I mean, it's good and straight. I put wooden spars in here. Wood ribs, wood spars. Just like I did in the P2V Neptune I did. Straight. It is straight. That wing is straighter than a level. Pretty happy with it now. Yeah. Jethro, I want to show you something, buddy. I was working this last night. Then you get the other wing on it like that tomorrow. Get my Neptune working on. There's a Dutch marquee, a Netherlands marquee, wherever you are. Yeah, get that thing shaking up. Yeah, the old P2 Neptune. The tricklet turtle. And Orlick, that's a pretty good car company. They're. I've got the SP2C Helldiver and the SPD Dauntless and the V25 at Orlick. I've got that. That's my storage stash. And it's very highly detailed. Very. Ho. You know, some fellas, I think I'm gonna make me a cup of coffee. Coffee break, boys. Coffee break. And off camera, I was trying to finish up this Beechcraft got right here. Expediter. One thing about it, you put this cover thing with foil, it sure is cold. It feels like steel. It feels like real metal. Because it is real metal. In a sense, it is. That's good stuff right there, boy. I tell you, that's excellent for us modelers. I came up with that trick. I think I'm the first one in the model community that came up with that. I remember my first sample I ever did was the Monogram 148 scale DC3 with Eastern Airlines on it. I got to think one day I built that thing. How many years ago I did that? 45 years ago? What do you think? Yeah, about 45 years ago. And I just got off the job. I was working for Douglas Heat and Air Conditioning. And I got rolls and rolls of that tape. I got thinking, you know something, I'm going to try this out. I want this stuff to work. And by God, it works. And man, hell with catching foil. I'm just going to go ahead and just use this. And it worked out pretty good. Oh. How far along are you on your Hawk or Hurricane? Have you got the interior pieces all done already, or are you further than that in construction? Woohoo! Let's see. That's undercarriage. Details. Here's got the account. So going to the Cali now. I'm sure here. Okay. I don't know what that is. I got a bulkhead and I plugged that off, and that one butts up next to it. Where's my thing? Oh, it's over here. Over here. Okay, here we go. Goes where? It's got to be somewhere here. It's it right there. Okay, got it. Gotcha. It's that hard. Yeah. Yeah. Ah, there's somebody else on. Tuned in. Somebody else just tuned in. Hey, Eric's on here. How you doing, Eric? Yeah, this is my Vindicator right here. This is a paper model I built, and 133 scale. When it gets done, it should look like this. And the finished model look like that when you're done with it. Yep, that's the old W, the old Windicator. I was telling the fellows, Eric, you get good reference material like that. Watch that movie called Dive Bomber with Earl Flynn, Fred McMurray, and Ralph Bellamy. That was a pretty good movie. And it has all these Vindicators on there. It has Hell Divers and everything. Oh, yeah. Is that Hell Diver group build due tomorrow? I gotta let that thing just put the flying wires on and it's all done. Okay. That's 3 o'clock tomorrow, right? 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Sunday, okay. I haven't done tomorrow, Saturday. I should have my Hell Diver done tomorrow. I'll put the fly wires on it and it needs to be done. The frame and the canopy and CP all finished. I just frame the canopy in, do the flying wires, and it's all done. This thing's got a little weight to it too, a little bit. I say this is about the best one Aurora ever made, I think. That PBY is second. Well, they're all good, They're old school stuff. That's something you and I both enjoy together is old school modeling. Yeah. Today's Friday, tomorrow's Saturday. And Sunday we'll have it at 1500. So I gave you plenty of time to get the flying wires installed and the canopy all framed up. Yeah, but yeah, when I always use my yellow color, I always put white on it first. And like I say, you can do it on gray plastic or silver plastic. You just got to build up a coat so to get to its proper the proper color. Yeah, can't wait to see yours. I'm gonna do this thing, coat of protections, protect this thing a little bit. I'm gonna get this thing a little shot of clear gloss on this thing, be able to take that paper on this thing, seal that paper. Give me back a couple seconds, guys. Taking my spade booth over here. Dry a little bit. Yes, sir. Let it dry. Let it dry. Yeah, here's another one I'm going to finish up on here. So beach scrap job here. C45 expediter. Get it all finished up. No, I sure don't. I'm out of tape, buddy. I don't have any more. I gotta finish up my weenie wagon. I'm gonna hop that Go Master, but I'm out of tape. I got my weenie wagon over here. I had just enough tape to finish up the fuselage and the tail feathers this thing. Oh, it's heavy. My cargo master, my weenie wagon. I had just enough tape here to do this here. Finish this, but I gotta finish up the wings and engine nacelles, and she's about done. And ran out of tape. And I try to get a hold of my son-in-law, be able to get me some, and he's pretty slow getting my things for me. I had to wait about 3 weeks to get that clear varnish I got. And I can show you some more tape. I'll tell you that. I didn't get these things finished. Yep. Cargo Master. The old weenie wagon. Oscar Mayer. One thing is cold, cold. Yeah, thank you, buddy. Thank you, Eric. I appreciate that. I think Sunday, I promised the boys I'll start getting this thing, get my Lancaster all done, my Tamiya Lancaster. Get it all done. I'm gonna go ahead and prime it and do some piece shading and paint it. Look at that paint. Look at that. Yeah. I got my Vallejo paints, so you use that up for it. Then, let's put this up. Probably hopping this Hong Kong model B25, 1/32 scale. I just got this today from Mr. Daniel Britton. He sent it to me. And I'm very, very honored. And boy, I tell you, it's a lot better than Christmas. Get her going. A lot of stuff. So tomorrow I'll have the hell diary done. I have about 2 or 3 hours of everything done tomorrow and get prepared for the final reveal for the show. on Sunday. I sprayed some clear acrylic varnish on this thing to seal the paper, and that way it's got some kind of protection on it. I'm always burnishing all the time, constantly burnishing. I make sure this thing is all the seams are completely burnished in. Can't see how it's put together. I got this going on here. Go like so. Yeah. I'm pretty happy with Vindicator. It was just a fuselage, all it was, and I thought, like I think, Frank, we got to finish that damn thing. I said, enough talk, let's get this thing done. I'm putting a good bit in it right now. Oh, yeah. Now, I've got two of these are in plastic in my stash and back in Ohio. I gotta get that stuff out. And I got the Monger 1/48 scale one, and I got I think is that the Roten 1/72 scale. Yeah, I think it is Roten. Came out pretty good. It flew off the USS Ranger. It had a green tail on it. This one here is off of Lexington. They give you two liveries in the kit. One for the Lady Lex and also Miss Sarah up there, the Saratoga. I got the Saratoga, the aircraft carrier. Let me show you guys that. I can get to it. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I can get it. I got it. Be very careful. It's got T4M torpedo bombers on there, F3Fs, SLC3s, and also we got the Miller Joyce J3s. Yeah, old lady Sarah. I think you had my truck lagoon. I got no, she had bikini atoll. Yeah, old lady Sarah. I don't know. I think they kept them on the Lexington too. They were uh, on the Lexington. I think they had. I think they were 9-inch guns. They changed it to 9-inch, like the same thing the cruisers had. Yeah, she's down in Bikini, about 200 some feet of water, laying down there. A lot of people died down there to see her. She's still laying even keel on the flight deck, you know. Man, I tell you, a ship is that they should have never sunk as a target ship. Is USS Pennsylvania, the flagship of World War One. I mean, she sunk at Pearl Harbor. They raised her and they tried to sink her. Boy, she was a strong old girl. She survived the A blast in Bikini. She survived 4 more torpedo hits. That was a pretty strong old battleship. But like, they could have did something with that. But it was expendable, you know. They couldn't use it anymore. It's like everything else, you know. Progress always supersedes everything, and things they just become redundant. They can't use it no more, and so not use, but it's target practice. Yeah, it's target practice. Yeah, sure was. She was the first of the class, you know. She had the Yorktown and the Hornet followed. I think I got the USS Hornet back there, 1/200 scale. I don't know when I'll start that thing. Whenever I take an ocean, it's calling on me. It is. I've got the 4-stall working on hers. She's over 4 foot long, 1/250 scale. It's a paper model. And I finished up the Costafels. She's up there. And Kaiser Wilhelm's Royal Yacht. Rigging and lifeboats. This thing can be done. It's right over here. Hey, this is paper. Let's see what else I got there. Get the big Iowa back there. Oh yeah, they should have. Yeah, that would have been all right. Because those ships had a lot of history behind them, you know. They end up in the bottom of the ocean. Just like the SS United States. Jeez. Francis Gibson Cox, he would have a coronary. That would kill him. If we see what happened to his masterpiece, the SS United States. Now it's going to be a man-made reef. They're going to sink that thing somewhere. Horrible. Man. It's a wonder we still got the old Ironsides. And it's a wonder we got the Constellation. And it's a wonder we got the USS Olympia. And the battleship Texas. It's a wonder. We got those. The battleship Texas was an object sentimental. The state of Texas bought that out. And that was almost ready to be in a scrap heap. And the steamers like the Queen Mary, actually they got her in Long Beach, and she'll never go to sea again. Hell, they got her by the first time they first got her. Took all the engines out and everything, and all she is a 1x1 scale model that's sitting out there in 60 feet of water out there in Long Beach Harbor. And yeah, I built the Queen Mary. It's over here. I think if I showed it 1,001 times. Oh, this is real sad. I'm going to put that back in the garden box. Yeah. This thing's about ready for a good dusting. built that about 50 years ago. Built Western plans. I met the movie star and Bancroft on this thing. My first wife, Brenda, my daughter's mother, she was never been on board of Queen Mary before. I said, okay, tell you what, get the baby and we'll go to Long Beach and see it. We went there, got aboard the promenade deck, walked around. This lady walked up to me. Oh, what a beautiful child you have there. How old is she? She's 7 months old. And she's a beautiful child. Because she had my daughter had real long, she had dark hair, real dark brown hair. And Miss Bancroft goes, is she Jewish? I think she has a little bit in her. My grandmother, she's her last name was Dandenberg, so that's Jewish enough in it. She goes, oh yeah, that's very much Jewish. So you got a little Jewish in you too, don't you? Yeah, well, I guess we all do. She goes, I kept on looking at her. I said, man, you look awful familiar from somebody. He says, I do? And yes, you do. Very famous too. I don't want to make sure I don't want to bum rush her like that. Out there in California, movie stars all over the place walk around. No one, hey, let me see your autograph, you know. They don't do that too much. I think they're out there in public all the time. I didn't do that to her. I just kept looking at her while she was talking to her. She said, can I hold your child? Yes, ma'am, you sure can. I put a little baby up and give it to her. She held, oh, she's like, she looks just like my daughter, Marquette. So what's your name? Her name is Megan, named after the Star of David. How is it spelled? Maghan. So that's Jewish. I says, I guess it is. And I asked her, you look familiar, you know. And she goes, well, I do. I said, yes, ma'am. This is Robinson. She goes, be dang. He says, boy, it says, I enjoyed watching that. He says, so I like that movie, The Hindenburg, you played in that too. That was a good movie. Oh, that was horrible. That movie is, it took about 12 shots. I had to take 12 shots to make that movie. I like that little pipe he had going on there too, and everybody's looking around. And it says, oh yeah. He says, it was nothing in it. It says, it was just something that we did, you know, the script says, yeah, when they're looking at it, like, yeah, wacky backy going on. She goes, she's smiling on me. She was a very nice lady, and she gave Megan back to me. And she shoved off. She's very nice, too. Very nice. That's where I bought my card bottles at, or the Queen Mary. They got a gift shop. Places like that, they always got gift shops on there. Megan said, Brenda goes, hey, there's a gift shop there. So like you maybe get a coffee cup or something like that. Well, let's go in there and take a look around. And first thing I seen was a whole display full of model ships. Oh, wow, look at that. I kept looking out for the vendor. I know these things ain't plastic. There's something about that. Oh, I should have known. I should have known. They're big paper models. The lady walked over to me like that. Oh, you like that collection? I sure do. It says, these paper models? Oh, yes. It says, we got our customers come and buy them here. You got car models here? Oh, yeah. When they build them, we put them on display here for people to see. And he says, you have them here? He says, yes, right over here. I show you. She had nothing but Wilhelmshaven kits. And I bought every one of them. Says, well, you like car models? Yes, ma'am. I'm going back to my old roots, take the buildings all the time. And still do. So I got that presidential yacht back there, the Wilhelm, the Troyberg, SS United States. Bought the battleship Oklahoma, the Costafells, Troyberg, and the Autohan, and a bunch of other ones got there too. Also the Hoyston, we got that. Western Platte, got that. Bunch of them. Yeah, I remember. I'm from California. I lived out there for about 20-something years. So I moved out to Ohio and everything. And I was in the Navy in 1967. We just got back in Westpac, and big news, the Queen Mary coming to Long Beach. She had about 4 or 5 yard tugs out there towing in there. Boy, she was a rust bucket. And we went aboard. Within a couple of weeks, they started taking her apart. Those funnels are like paper. So they took those funnels off, they just collapsed. And man, I didn't know they were that fragile, And all the lifeboats, they auctioned them off. They rebuilt new lifeboats for it. But they say that thing is pretty well haunted. They got a lot of paranormal stuff going on. Of course, a lot of people died that thing. Got killed too. And they say where the swimming pool is at was really haunted. They said you got a little girl right there. One guy, I was on there, they had a fellow on there. That was back in time of that and Bancroft. That was back in 1979. And I talked to one of the people that keep it clean all the time, working on it. They're volunteers. I wouldn't mind doing that. He said, you need to go down to the swimming pool down there. Where's the pool at? It's right below sea deck. So I went down below there. It was a huge pool. That was big. I mean, that place, of course, Queen Mary's over 1,000 feet long. It's a big ship. And he said, you'll find that little girl walking around in there. I said, what little girl? I said, she's a ghost. I mean, this thing is haunted? Oh, yeah. So that one time I was in there cleaning the walls there. I heard some crying. I turned around. There was a little girl looking at me. I said, hey, where's your mommy at? I turned around and I had furniture polished in one hand and a rag in the other because I was cleaning things up. And time I turned and put it down to talk to her, she disappeared. What the hell? Gone just like that. I says, man. Now, I want to tell you something, guys. A little story. I never told nobody this since we're talking about paranoia stuff. Before I lost my house and lost my wife in Angus Lane, 3509 Angus Lane, I lived at. And a nice house. I paid for it, paid cash for it and everything. And I came home from work. My wife, Ruthie, she goes, oh, I'm glad you're home, Frankie. I'm glad you're home. What happened? This place is haunted. What do you mean it's haunted? I said, no one's ever died in this place before. Said, I don't care, Frank. This place. I said, I saw 2 men, a short man and a man about your size, in the kitchen. I was not ready to call the cops. I thought it was be a home invasion. Then I ran in the bathroom, and I came back out, and they were gone. I couldn't find anything. So I went to Mike Johnson's house. He's the fellow who I bought the house from. I said, you have any problems with spirits in that house? And here's what spirits? Ghost. What's your place? Yeah. No. This is a true story, guys. I swear to God, I'm not lying to you. If I'm lying to you guys, God will strike me with a heart attack right now if I'm lying to you. This is God's truth. And the second day came home from work. The boy says, Frank, this place is, I'm scared. He says, this place is in here every day. Where do they come from? They come from the kitchen. Then one of them walks to the bathroom and they're gone. Because I know a couple of times my dogs were barking one time. They kept staring, barking, ah, 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 ah. And that before my wife even detected that, my wife says, what the heck are they barking at? Oh, I don't know. The dogs bark at anything. They have a very keen sense of hearing and a very keen sense of eyesight. And they kept on barking. I got three little rat terriers, and they were barking at the store. So things kind of cooled down for a couple of days. They came back again. This time I heard something in my bedroom back there, like boxes moving around. And I thought they were mice, but they weren't. And all of a sudden, I had a stash pile crash. I'm always having a stash pile crashes, boxes falling down all the time. Only way they fall down is you got to move a box out of the way or something. And when I came home from work, my wife was crying, upset. Said, Frankie says, I've got somebody, Dora, which is my stepdaughter at the time. She said, they had somebody, a paranoia crew, then come in there for $250. I thought that was kind of foolhardy, full money soon parted. But to give her some peace and consolation, so okay, go ahead. So I got to find out what's going on. It says she hired these two guys, and they came over to introduce themselves, and they had these little chance ponder things, something. Oh no, a little bigger, a little taller than this blue bottle, and it had lights on there, red and green, and just three lights. One was red for the power. Then the other one, two green lights. He had a little recorder. He had something like a little recorder he had in his hand. He goes, this here is it's a microphone, and it's got a recorder inside it. There's no trickery involved in my work. I don't do that stuff. You can watch every move I make. And he set one up in the kitchen, and one in my bedroom, and one in the living room. I show you how this works. Spirits, they feed on energy. Oh, they do? Yes. Now, if they're nearby, when I turn this thing on, a red light will be on. Show you get the power light, your power light. Then if something comes in, it detects the energy, a green light will show on. And they'll start flickering like that. When it flickers, it means it's here. And you get two green lights right there. That means it's about as far away I'm far away from you, like right here. This is how we get started. Click on, and I'll talk to it, let go, and it'll pick up the transponder through here. So you ready to get started? Yeah. So they turned it on. Nothing happened. I said, well, this is going to be a rip-off for me. All of a sudden, the green light went on. Hey, look, the green light's on there. So that means it's already here. And he had another guy back there goes, that was actually not supervised, but actually just watching, observing. Hey, we got a green light back here. We got two green lights. So we got one living room here too. Then all of a sudden, two green lights were on. Said, it's here. Now I want to talk to it. And he says, do you know Ruthie Day? Nothing. Click the microphone on again. Do you know Ruthie Day? Do you know Ruthie? No. Man, my eyes got about the size of golf balls. I couldn't believe it. Do you know Frank? Yes. And he says, who are you to Frank? Who am I addressing? I'm his brother, Gary. It's me, he said. Gary, Gary. Man, I cried like hell. I couldn't believe it. Like, give me that thing. I talked to Gary. How you doing? And I want to tell you something. There's such thing as spirits. That's true. It's true. There is life after death. My brother told me. I said, Gary, he says, my father lost his legs because he had diabetes. When the diabetes hit him, he lost his feet, he lost his legs, and eventually lost his eyesight. My brother said, Dad's with me too. He's got new legs and he can see. Oh my God. You know, and then I said, Gary, how is it? What was it like where you're at? It says it's beautiful. It's just like home. Trees, but there's doors. There's doorways, and we're not allowed to go into the dark. So you don't go in the dark. Then all of a sudden, the energy starts going away a little bit. Then I lost contact with them. I asked them, how they know that I'm here like that? He says, like you said, they go through these doorways. Every time they go through a doorway, it takes to another home, a destination. You've got to have a connection for them to come to your home. Do you have anything that belongs to your brother? I go, well, yeah, I got a few things that are mine that Gary gave me. There's a picture of him over here, and I got a few models that he gave me and stuff. He said, that's how he found you. You got to have connection. It's a true story, guys. I'm not kidding you guys. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. It's shocking. So that means when you pass away, you've got a nice place to go. Life starts over. There's two lives. There's a physical life and a spiritual life. So once you leave this planet, your spirit will come out of your body, and your body will just rot. And I imagine it's kind of like a TDI. What they do, they put you God will put you somewhere, and you're there for a while until you cross over. And that could be anything, you know. Strange, but that's how it works. Yeah, Spruce Goose was there also, too, right next to the Queen Mary. That thing is huge. You think the Mars, the Winnie Wagon is big? Them things are Piper Cubs compared to the Spruce Goose. Spruce Goose has a 90-meter wingspan, over 300 feet. Oh, Dee Schultz is here. Good. Yeah, I sure do. She was painted pink, some kind of anti-fouling pink color. And she survived the blast. That was shocking. I mean, a lot of ships, they survived, but she was just like, hey, I'm untouchable. It can't sink me. They didn't sink me. They sunk me once at Pearl Harbor. They ain't going to sink me no more. Oh, yeah. No batteries isn't working. There's something going on. It's real, all right. I mean, spirits are real, guys. They are. And just like Michael Hinges, who did the paranormal thing, he says that they feed on energy. They got energy. They pick up energy and stuff. And what they do is they'll come coming back. They'll come back, and especially family, they'll come back and see you. And so evidently, my brother Gary, he's a bodybuilder too. And I imagine that was him back there in my room back there moving models around. And I kept hearing things back there. I knew it wasn't mice. That was before we had a mouse problem. And I told Ruth said, "What was that noise back there?" My models fell down. She came back there and looked. Oh, wow. All your model boxes, they fell down. Yeah, something caused it to fall down. I guess it's my brother Gary trying to move things around and look at the models, and they went down. But yeah, you get a new body and everything. You got an ailment, there's something wrong with you. Physically, you're sick and stuff like that. But spiritually, God gives you a new body and everything else. So that's how it works, fellas. I mean, I was very, very in shock when I talked to my brother. It was my brother Gary. Brother Gary, he died of AIDS. He got some bad blood. He got a blood transfusion. He was involved in an automobile accident, and he had ruptured spleen and needed blood. So I guess they didn't screen blood back then. Well, back in those days, they never knew AIDS was coming, so he got some pretty bad blood. And boy, I can remember when he got sick. I was living here in Tennessee with my daughter and my first wife before she passed away. And came up to work, and Brenda goes, "I think you better call your mother, Frank. There's something wrong with your brother." What, mom call? Oh, yeah. Called my mom up and, "Frank, are you doing anything this weekend?" I said, "No, Mom, what's going on?" "Your brother Gary is sick." "What's wrong with him?" He said, "We don't know. He's lost a lot of weight. He's getting skinny." And they says, "He won't go to the doctor or nothing." "It's okay, we're coming down." I told Megan, excuse me, guys. I told Brenda, pack some clothes and get the kids. We're going to Mom and Dad's house. Something wrong with Gary. "Oh, what's wrong with him?" "Well, I don't know. We'll find out." When I got there, he looked like he came out of a Nazi concentration camp. Skinny. I said, "Gary, what's wrong?" "I don't know, Frank. Whatever God sends the world for me." "You go see a doctor yet on this?" "What good are they going to do?" "Well, the doctors, they'll do something. They'll diagnose the problem and treat it. That's what they're there for." "Come on, you're going to sick bay." "I won't do no good." "Yes, it will do good. You're going to sick bay." I picked my brother up. He felt like a piece of balsa wood. He was so light. "Oh, my God, Gary, you're bony." We went there, and they took him to the emergency room. They ran some tests on him. Doc came out. It says, and he came up, my mother came up to me, my wife and everything. He goes, "He's got AIDS." "AIDS? What's that?" "It's immunity disease. It comes from exchanging of body fluids." I said, "You know anything about your brother? He does things? Is he homosexual or anything like that?" "Well, no, he ain't no soy boy." I said, "Heck no, he's straight as you and I are." He says, "Well, See, this stuff works. You got to exchanging your body fluids. That's how you get it. See, AIDS is a germ. It's a germ. It's a fresh air will kill it. It's got to be internal, like having sex and stuff like that. That's why you transmit the virus, wherever it is. So the only other way you get it to is from blood. See, that's probably what he got it from. It says, does he involve in an accident? Did he have blood transfusion? Well, yes, he did. He got involved in a car accident. He had ruptured spleen, and he got fresh blood, and he got, well, that's what it was. He got contaminated blood. And so they gave him some GCT, something like that. He had to go to Cincinnati, Ohio, for treatment to get it goes ACT or something like that. I don't know what it is. There's probably a cure for it now. But at the time, they say once you got it, you can't get rid of it. And so it's just, he got it, and I guess he lived about 6 months after that, he died. It was horrible. Absolutely horrible. Man, I've been on here for almost 4 hours. Well, fellas, I think I'm going to call it a night tonight. We'll have a show tomorrow night. Tomorrow, I think we'll get the B-24 all done. And we'll start working on the Beechcraft too. We'll get that going also tomorrow. And I'll work some more on the Vindicator too. We'll have a good show tomorrow. We'll be working all kinds of stuff tomorrow. And I got a lot of stuff going on. A lot of stuff going your way, fellas. Okay, I'd like to thank all the people on top chat. Diggy Schultz, I'd like to thank him, and Daniel Britton coming in. Thank you, Daniel, for that B-25. God bless you, sir. And we got Mr. Eric from Celebrating Vintage Model Kits. He was with us. MDCV was with us. And we got Gethro. He's with us too. So we had a pretty good night tonight. Had a pretty good chat. And we had a good night tonight. We'll have a good night tomorrow. Tomorrow's Saturday night. So we're going to have a blast. So they got models galore coming, and we'll have some fun tomorrow. I'll make some kind of fun tomorrow. Okay. I'd like to thank you all for joining in tonight. And thank you for your wonderful candor, views, and comments. I'm deeply honored each one of you all. And may God bless. Make Mama happy. Take care of little ones. Stay focused when you drive. Beware of your surroundings. Say your prayers. And like Stu Avery said, the Stewart models, get kick crazy. Bring out your kits. Work on them. Join me along. And we'll be here for stream. And thank you again for everybody, especially all new subscribers. I'm deeply honored. And thank you very much for watching my videos. This is it for the Vindicator, the Windicator. This is it for Frankie Day. And we'll catch you guys tomorrow night, so stay tuned. Bye, boys. Take care of yourself. And God bless, boys. Take care. Thank you, fellas. Thank you all. Good night now.